Hey everyone, welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. Hello, welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. My name is Gina Pike. I'm very happy that you guys are here with me today. I hope you're all thawing out this week from last week's Arctic blast. We are thawing out. It was still cold last night, but and our pool is still frozen, but it's getting there. We are starting to see water, and we're starting to hear a little bit of some of the tales, like my husband told me today of a story, and I won't go into all the details, but how someone in Dallas, the Dallas area, actually had their power on the whole time that the storm happened, and they got an electric bill for $16,000 and some odd dollars. Can you imagine? I mean, that's insane. And there's a lot of that going on. There was another one as well, like $9,000 electric bill. And that's just crazy. There's no way. They're going to have to change that. Nobody can pay that kind of money for electric bill just because you had power during a week of power outages. Anyway, let's get into the knitting. I wanted to, today I have two whips I want to talk about. Actually, one whip, just a whip update, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of a tease on the other one. I'm not going to go into too much detail, so this should be a very short video today. I want to share with you, first of all, my hope remains, and I didn't know how to do this because when I showed it last time, it was so rolled. I wanted to show you this, so forgive me, I pinned it out. And it's already so big. This is I finished Clue 2 of Hope Remains. The pattern's by Boo Knits, Beverly, and I'll talk a little bit about the yarn. But let's see if you guys can see this first. This pattern is top-down crescent lace shawl with beads. All right, that's not going to work. Let's try it this way. This pattern... Alright, let's try it this way. Hopefully my hands will not move. This pattern is a top-down crescent lace shawl. You started right here where I have this. It's where I did my garter stitch tab cast on. And you can see she has a garter stitch going along the edges, both sides here, to try to make this lay flat, because there is a lot of stockinette stitch going on in this, and stockinette stitch tends to curl. As you can see, the beads came in at the very beginning, and there's this really cute design going on. It's causing it to kind of pucker a little bit, but you can see the beads are placed inside that little pucker. Let me pull back a little bit so you guys can see how big this shawl has gotten, and I pinned it out so you guys could see it a little bit better, see the design a little bit better. It's over 100 rows already. We just finished Clue 2. This is how much yarn I have left. This is my yarn. I'm starting to get into the next color in my gradient, which I'm excited. You can see it's right here. It's starting to change a little bit to the lighter pink. If you look from the beginning to where it is now, you can kind of see how the gradient's starting to change. I'm excited about that. I only have 66 grams left of this, so I'm hoping that's going to be enough. This yarn, again, is by Farb Marsh. It's a silk sea sail blend, and I don't know if you guys know much about silk and sea sail. This yarn is amazingly soft. Sea sail is a luxurious silk fiber made from seaweed and eucalyptus fiber. So sea sail is a cellulose fiber, and it's non-allergenic, and it's very soft. It really is. It's amazingly soft. This is almost like knitting with pure silk. Has a little bit of a sheen, but not a lot. And it's just very lightweight, it's going to have beautiful drape. This shawl is going to have beautiful drape when I block it and hang it. It's very lightweight, very beautiful. Anyway, I just want you guys to see how she brought the beads in at the very beginning. Like you can see the beads here. And then it's all the way throughout. And this shawl is kind of starting like the Love Is shawl. And I'm excited about that. You can see this little dragonfly design under the beads. Every so often, little dragonfly design. And we're moving on to clue 3 today. Clue 3 was just passed out. Sorry about how I had to share that. I wasn't sure how to share that. But, because like I said, when I was holding it, it just kept rolling up on itself. So, I pinned it. But it's huge. And the other thing I wanted to mention is about that fiber that I'm knitting with. Is when I first started knitting with it, I was like, this just is really airy. And I was thinking maybe I should drop it a needle size, because I usually kind of follow her recommendations right on. I've never had any issue with it. But this was just, I was looking at other people's pictures. They post, you can post the pictures in the Never Enough Lace group. I'm sorry, in the Boo Knits group. I'm getting it mixed up with the other shawl I'm working on. This is the Boo Knits group in Ravelry. This is Beverly, Boo Knits. People were posting their progress pictures, and theirs are a little bit more compact. And I was like, what am I doing? Do I need to drop it down a needle size? Because I don't want it to be too airy, because I do aggressively block my shawls when I block them. And then somebody said, what are you knitting with? And I'm like, aha, that's it. Because I'm knitting with a fiber I've never knitted with before, that silk and sea cell blend. And it's a lot more open. It's like silk, and it's very just lightweight. So, if you guys are ever knitting something and it's not looking like other people's or what you think it should, or the designers, think about what fiber you're using, because that might be it. I didn't correlate the two until somebody asked me that. I'm like, that's exactly what it is. The other thing I wanted to mention, how my last video I talked about you guys sending me pictures of your projects, especially if you're working on projects that I'm working on. And one of our family members is currently working on the Boo Knits shawl, and she is almost through with Clue 2, and she sent me a picture. And I want to share this with you because I think this is I want you guys to see this. I've shown you my Boo Knits shawl in a gradient. She is knitting with a variegated yarn, which is actually pretty brave to do with lace, because sometimes it will compete with the lace for the design. But so far, it's not. It looks great. This is Shab. I'm going to mispronounce your name. I know I am, and I'm sorry. So I'm going to put it up on the screen, but I'm also going to try. Shabha Vinogopalan. Shabha Vinogopalan. We're so happy that you're here with us, and thank you for sharing your shawl. This is her shawl, everybody. This is the yarn she's using. This yarn that she is using is a merino wool yarn, and so that's kind of what I was seeing. You can see how her shawl is more compacted together. The merino wool has that bounce and pull, and so her shawl looks more pulled together, whereas mine already kind of looks airy. Her yarn is 100% merino wool, the name Tannhauser. So, I just wanted to make sure I got that in correctly. Anyway, thank you, Shoppa, for sharing your shawl with us. And again, if you guys are knitting something I'm knitting, or even if you're not, if you are knitting something you want to share with the family, a picture, email me, knitbymoonbeams@gmail.com. I will share your picture with everybody and the project you're working on. I love having that connection with everybody else, and us being able to share it's not all about what I'm doing. I want to share what you guys are working on as well, and learn what you guys are doing as well. So I wanted to say Claire's here today. Welcome, Claire. She's wearing the Hug Shot shawl. I have a video of that shawl. That is a pattern by Casapinka. It's an asymmetrical triangle. It's hard to see on her, but it's knit with 2 colors. I'll put a link to my video, and my video has all of the information where you can find the pattern and look at my project page and see how much of each yarn I used. The other thing I wanted just to mention, and I'm trying, like, again, to keep this shorter, but I know we've all been talking about socks and socks and socks, and last night I cast on my first sock ever. My husband said it looks really small, and I'm following, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because I want to do this in another video, but anyway, I just want to show you I'm using the magic loop method, and go watch my next video that'll come out about this sock, but I just wanted to show you I did cast it on. So anyway, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day so far. I hope that you guys can spend some time with those that you love, doing the things that you love to do. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this kind of content, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and like knitting and crocheting, please subscribe. We would love to have you here. We love to ask you what you're working on, and talk about what we're working on and support each other. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time.